You see these Chelsea owners, you see these directors, Chelsea owners, the way they're running the club. If they're not careful, they are going to spoil a lot of things. They are going to spoil a whole lot of things. Like they're going to put the club in a mess. Key players are going to leave, and it's not going to be funny. The big players, the key players, the very important players at Chelsea, they're going to leave. Just watch the video.
The situation there. If Chelsea don't make the Champions League, are they bound to lose some of their top players anyway?
Yeah, you're going to say so. I think because they done the Conference League and they won that at the Canada, which they won that at the Canada, didn't they? Let's be honest. Then they've had the Champions League, they've been in, they've had the taste of it. They don't want to play in anything else other than the Champions League, the top players. The top players, you say them two, for argument's sake. Do I like the way that they've come out and all they've done in reality, Enzo Fernandez, is just answered the question, would you like to live in Madrid? Yes, he would. Marc Cucurella's kind of gone and expressed it a little bit further, and if that option comes, then we'll address it then. So that surprises me more than anything, that the way that's gone and how that's kind of come about. Because if you are the Chelsea board or the Chelsea manager even, you're thinking, I could lose two of my key players here.
How much would Fernandes cost, given that he's already cost them 105 million and he plays every game?
That's what I'm saying. Well, they're not accepting, like you say, anything less than 105 million, are they? They're honestly not.
Surely they want a profit.
No, that's what
improved.
That's what I mean. And he's a World Cup winner. That adds value to it as well.
He did sign as a World Cup winner, didn't he?
But you're talking 120 million? 125 million? They're going to want profit, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, but it's getting the club to pay that money, and do Real Madrid pay that money?
How worried would you be as a Chelsea fan that your top players are even suggesting that they might go? How frustrating would it be? And what does it say about the Chelsea project?
Yeah, as a fan, you'd be frustrated that your top players are wanting to go. But then if you're honest and an honest fan, you would understand why, because your top players want to play Champions League football. And if they are not getting in there, then the project or whatever they're trying to do isn't working.
I would not be surprised if Chelsea best players decide to leave this summer. I would not be surprised. If I tell them I'll be surprised, or I am surprised if they leave, then I'm not telling myself the truth, because these guys are not. When I talk about the Chelsea best players, I mean the likes of Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez. I know Caicedo has, Caicedo is a loyal guy. Like, he has said it over and over again that he wants to be a legend at Chelsea. I don't want to talk about Caicedo, but you see Cole Palmer, you see Enzo Fernandez, you see even the likes of Estevao Willian. At some point, if they decide to leave, I wouldn't be surprised, because these guys, these owners and their directors, sporting directors, they are nowhere helping the club. They are not doing the right things. They are not. Look at where Chelsea is today. Champions League spot is a problem. Like, it's a struggle. Like, it's a real fight at this point. There is no guarantee that Chelsea is going to make the top four or be in the Champions League spot. So I wouldn't blame Enzo Fernandez if he decides to go to Real Madrid. I wouldn't blame Cole Palmer if he decides to leave. I wouldn't blame anybody, any top player that decides to leave. It's not their fault. These guys want to play in the Champions League. They want to be there season in season, and that is what Chelsea is known for. You can't keep buying immature players, wonder kids and super kids that doesn't. I would take 3-4 years to blend into the team, become matured, and play in the top flight level. It doesn't. No big team, no big clubs runs like that, succeeds like that. I don't know what these guys are doing. If they don't, do the right thing, it's not going to be funny, because if the club doesn't make it to the top four, a lot of players will be tempted to leave, and big offers are going to come. Barcelona is going to come. Cucurella we heard what he said yesterday. When the opportunity for Barcelona comes, when he was asked if the opportunity for Barcelona comes, what is he going to do? He said when the time comes, in a few years from now, he will see what he will do. He might give the club a chance to see if they will do better. If they don't do better, he will leave. And nobody should blame him. So I don't know what these guys are doing. The earlier they sit up, the better for them and the better for the club.
Football Fusion.